Nepenthes burkei that I did the video on seems to be okay. And I'll tell you what, this media stays damp. It seems to stay damp longer, and it certainly doesn't look like it suffered from the treatment that it had. In fact, this has only just emerged and it's looking all nice and shiny and happy and healthy. So I'm really hoping that that is a save before it was too late. Still got one Streptocarpus out at the moment, Bethan. And we've got a lovely Pelargonium at the background. This is an angel Pelargonium. This is Eskay something or other, which I can't remember. Eskay Verglo. Eskay Verglo. Looks really, really nice, especially when you get close up to those blooms. I took a couple of cuttings of that, so they're ready for potting on now. Don't know what I'm going to do with them. You take these cuttings, and I don't know, I don't really want more. I don't know why I do it. I think I just like making work for myself. That's a nice little picture. That's lowii crossed with ventricosa. They're all doing fine. What else is there to mention? I don't know why orchids do this sometimes. So this is Oncidium sweet sugar. Oncidium did really well last year, nothing this year. Got a new growth coming on it, but certainly no sign of a spike. That's not going to happen. Oh, there's another new growth there, look, just there in the middle. Yeah, I mean, the same thing happened with my sharry baby. This one, so I've got that great big one over there that put on a good show for me in 2020. The last time this one put a show on for me was 2019, but now it's got a spike on it, so I'm quite happy with that. I was thinking that that one had gone wrong somewhere along the line. That's looking really nice, beautiful colours on that, and there's another new growth coming on that somewhere. I think that's going to give me 2 blooms anytime soon. So let's just discuss this. So this is Phragmipedium ainsworthii. Slight pause there. It's got another spike coming, and you know, I don't know if anybody agrees with this, obviously, but tell me in the comments if you do, because I love it. I think it's a beautiful bloom. I love the fact that it keeps blooming for me, and I love the fact that it's now got another spike on it. I know that's going to take a while to come into fruition, but sometimes a bloom that you absolutely love, I'm thinking something like a cherry tree or a magnolia tree, and what makes them more attractive is the very fact that they don't last very long. So you've got that beautiful show, but you know it's quite fleeting. You know it's quite ephemeral. It's only going to last for a short length of time, and then it's all over again. But when you've got a plant like this that just keeps blooming and blooming all the time, you kind of get used to it. It's like Phalaenopsis. I think many people seem to have that opinion of Phalaenopsis, that unless it's an unusual one, if it's like bought from a garden centre and it's one that everybody seems to have, the fact that those blooms can last for so long, on the one hand is great, but on the other hand, it just takes something away from it for me. I just wonder if anybody else feels that way sometimes. It's great when things do last ages, but like that, and I really like it, but I'm kind of like, yeah, you know, another Phragmipedium, yeah, it's okay. Anyway, that's just another thing. I still love it, actually. I won't get rid of it. So yes, we've got, this is better held up, so there's the Berryoda. Well, you can actually see it if I hold it up. It's probably going to be a bit wobbly. I was thinking this didn't put as much of a bloom on as it did last year, much of a show as last year, but it's all right. That's not bad, is it? And they're not all open yet, and there's still some more buds to come, I think. Some more at the back there. It's good because it gives me like succession, doesn't it? They're not all out and over with at the same time. Like that one looks like it's going over already, and it's hardly been open for very long, really. Okay, so have we anything else? So Streptocarpus are all ready. They're growing nicely. They're coming. They should be in bloom within the next few weeks, I would say, as soon as we really do start to get some warmer temperatures. So this down here is a fuchsia. So this is Delta Sura, and it's meant to be hardy. I mean, I really love those colours, and I love the mixture of the yellow and the pink and the cream and the purple. and when they all open, it really looks good. We've got loads of buds on that. That really did go downhill at 12 degrees. So it's supposed to be hardy, but clearly it doesn't really like it that much. I certainly wouldn't have liked it outside. I think it would have still been twigs if it had been outside. The Begonia fuchsioides, I've cut this back because it had gone that long. It was like 1 metre long and it was all flopping over. So I did cut a lot of the blooms off, but they'd finished anyway. Again, that didn't really like it at the lower temperatures, and it didn't really like it with the shorter days, but it's beginning to come back now. Some of those yellow leaves are going over. You can just see Fudge through there, walking through there. There he is. It's a shame I can't have him in here when I'm doing this, because he just, well, you know what it's like with puppies. He's into everything, and you just can't, unless you like go through it beforehand and remove everything so that he can't get his little nose into everything. Anyway, I'll go and make it up to him after, I promise. Okay, so where else are we? I think that's about it as far as updates. I'm still waiting for my, he says, and then I start off again. My Bougainvillea brasiliensis, I'm still waiting for this to produce some leaves. I have it on good authority from somebody who lives in Spain that they lose all the leaves in winter, even in Spain, despite the RHS saying that they're evergreen. I've tested this pot, it's moist under there, so it doesn't need any more water, because that could be a danger. It's just a case really of waiting for it to warm up and for it to recognise that it's warmer during the day. I'm hoping we've got some sun tomorrow. I think we've got some on Monday and Tuesday, and then we're back to full days of rain again, but I'm hoping that starts to kick it off soon. So I've also ordered some new pelargoniums because I like them. These are coming into bloom soon. I've got some buds on that, some buds on that. I think there's some buds down there on that one. I've ordered some species pelargoniums, which I thought would be really unusual for over here in this country. I'm used to just seeing the hybrids. We're all used to seeing the hybrids and the cultivars. It would be nice to see some species, because there are some absolutely stunning species of pelargoniums. So why have a hybrid when you can have the actual thing created by nature? Can't beat nature, can you? So I have a question for you. What I want to know is, if you have either a grow room or a greenhouse or like a bedroom or whatever it is that you grow your tropical plants. We're keeping them with tropical plants here. I'm not talking about garden plants, temperate plants. So if you have a tropical plant place that you grow these things, what's the number one thing that you don't like about it? Now there's a reason behind this question, because I'm doing a video about the things that I don't like about growing in a greenhouse. Okay, so if you have any of those things, I know I'm talking about a greenhouse, but if you have any of those areas, it would be interesting to know what's the number one thing you don't like. So I did put a post up on the community page, and a couple of people answered, and somebody said, well, it's not big enough. So yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing I'm looking for. Greenhouses are never big enough, are they? Because no matter how big you get it, if you go and get like a 30-foot greenhouse, if you're really into your plants, sooner or later you will fill that greenhouse. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. What's the one thing, and if you can think of more things, great, but what's the one thing that you really don't like, or the thing that you wish you could change? Maybe you want to change it so that it's in a different aspect, so that it's facing the sun or facing away from the sun, or only getting part of the sun, partial sun. Whatever it is, don't want to put words in your mouth. You tell me, what's the one thing that you don't like about that space? Okay, so that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, put a comment in the comment section, and for now, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.